Right, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video of me talking to the camera, so please bear with me. If I sound like an idiot, if I look like an idiot, I don't care, yeah? But what sparked me to do this is that, I just need to have my own voice. I need to work on my own personal brand, which I've kind of been avoiding a bit because I've been working on business. And I feel like I got a lot to offer by now. I feel like I've learned a lot about social media, about business, and about myself, the people that I'm around, my surroundings, and about wanting more out of life. Yeah, and I've created things, I've created a lot of things for people, or created a lot of situations for, as a team, for us to build. But ultimately, when you create something coming from where from, there's a lack of finances, there's a lack of understanding on how to build businesses, turn it into a successful business where people are getting paid and so on and so forth. So in the beginning, things are always built off good faith, let's say. But how do you change that? How do you get to a stage where it's about progression? It's about, making sure everyone's paid and paid correctly, and, everyone, who is getting paid is progressing the business, is making it something, is happy to work for you and your situation, or happy to work as a team, but also compensated for their time, you know what I mean? And obviously these are questions that I'm always asking myself, I'm always trying to figure out. And it's come to a stage where, we've got Sinners Podcast, we've got Sinners Vodka. Obviously I've got Foundry Gym that kind of works. It does what it does already. Do you get it? But it's about leveraging everything, that the situations that I got, and turning it into something that's like a beast. You know what I mean? Big marketing tool that can go in many different directions and help people in many different ways. And yeah, I feel like I'm at the beginning of a new journey, and it's figuring out finances, figuring out how to build a team, employing a team that can take me to a different level. It's one thing having people work on just out of, seeing that you got something going on, but it's another thing to employ people that have skills for the job. And sometimes the two things don't match up. What someone will do for free and what they'll do being paid under that type of pressure as a job is two different things. But we're here anyway. So I put out a story on my post where I was saying, a lot of people are creating more problems rather than solving them. And what I meant by that is that I think these are the problems that you have when you're building something. Yeah, in the beginning stages, everyone wants to put their idea in. Everyone wants to be a part of it, but part of being a part of it is they want to give you their input on how it should be. And ultimately, that saying where they say too many cooks spoil the broth, that comes into it. Everyone's got their own idea of how business runs, but if you're the one with the idea, everyone else technically shouldn't be giving you ideas. Should be kind of maybe listening to your idea, or maybe listening, trying to understand your idea. But I think that's the best one. If they don't understand, trying to understand, and then depending on what kind of resources they give you, showing you how well they can work with those. I think that works best. I think. But see, look, now I feel like I'm just talking rubbish. Maybe I am. Maybe I've just said nothing for 5 minutes. The fuck's this nigga? What's this guy talking about? What are you talking about, Shane? You chatting shit. You know what I mean? But but you know what it is? Like I said, I just want to work on my own personal brand. A lot of what I just said is my brain just overticking and just trying to figure out steps, to get into a place where I believe that I should be. But I'm not quite there yet, you get me? And that's just down to the resources and the tools that I've got. And a lot of them would be limited in many ways due to, circumstances, surroundings, people. I feel like one of the biggest things, to do is learn how to employ, learn how to put people on a wage, learn how to, work with people on a business. How do you do that at the same time as balancing finances, especially at this age when you've got kids, when you've got other commitments, and where people around you might not necessarily see the vision as much as you? How do you get them to do that? How do you get to a position where money's coming in? You know what I mean? Let's be honest, money is what makes the world tick. You know what I'm saying? People can work on your ideas as much as you want until they're ready to drop off, and then you're back to square one. And I feel like that's what happens with a lot of people. Groundhog Day. Keep going around in circles. Get into a project. Oh yeah, this is the best thing. Wow. Gets to the hard part. Nothing's coming in. Life starts kicking in, and you start falling off. And then you probably end up looking for a job maybe, or looking to make money in ways that are a bit faster. Get bored in that area, then go right back to the start of having another idea. Go around again. Woo. That's long. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to do that no more. I feel like people in Birmingham, a lot of people in Birmingham suffer from that. But I don't have the answers. I'm just trying to solve the problems. We've got a live show on 11th of May. If you do want to come down and just network and communicate, and if you do have any problems within your business and you want to just talk, I feel like I could use that as have a little section where we try to navigate business, navigate moving forward in life, scaling. You know what I mean? Like through trying to help each other out. Because sometimes, I feel like conversations go a long way. Someone you can meet can say something to you, and it can be very impactful to the decisions that you make. You know what I mean? But I think it's just down to your mindset and how you take in information. Because if at that point in time you're feeling desperate, or you need something that sometimes we try to get it from other people, because our mindset's in a place of being desperate, and you might chase. I feel like that's how people end up signing up to these traders groups and all these things. Like, you're after money, you want money, and then you see someone on the internet that looks like they're making so much money that you think, oh, I need this because I'm broke. Let me see if I can put my little savings into this. Go onto one of these trading platforms, following someone's signals, place a signal, start making a bit of money, place the next one, lose it all. I feel like that happens a lot, just through people wanting more out of life and not understanding that maybe you need to learn more about a skill, learn more about the area that you're trying to be in, and learn how to just learn what's required. Learn skills, bro. Learn skills. Learn how to edit, bro. At the bare minimum, learn how to edit. Let me tell you something now for free, see, when it comes to the Sinners podcast, with the clips that was made, obviously I've done a bit of editing in the past before, but I haven't done much. I've done, with the flush rolls and all that. I learned a bit, I learned most of my editing skills from CS. He didn't teach me. I just used to watch him and try and figure it out, go on YouTube and this geezer's sick. It's gonna steal stuff from him. You know what I mean? It's gonna steal. You get it? But that was in the early days. And then bam, when we done this podcast thing, you get loads of these guys, that's always hollering us saying I can do you short form clips for this price. You need short form clips. They're the ones that you got aren't very good. What? They do this outreach thing where they're trying to pitch to us that they got the best clips. So we met this one guy, name's Motivational, and he just looked a bit different. It's a black brother from Scotland, and I don't know, just the way he pitched himself, I think CS was the one that noticed him first. So he took the time out to respond to his messages, find out about him, and then he done a little sample clip. He done a little sample clip for us. And before that, we were just literally chopping up the clips, putting Instagram captions on there, just seeing what they do. And when these guys done this clip, he didn't need us. He didn't need the raw file. He didn't need nothing. He just needed the episode that we wanted clipping up. He just, whatever he did, screen recorded it, done it on his phone, made a clip. I think this was the one that the cake episode or something. And what he did is that clip, as soon as we uploaded it, it didn't go viral, but it started doing thousands of numbers. So we thought, this geezer's, he knows what he's talking about. And what it was as well is that when we was actually talking to him, he kind of understood the podcast. He's obviously been watching it, and he understood it. So that's why we took the time to hear him out in the first place. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, so we kind of hired him to do our clips in the beginning. We was kind of paying him quite a decent amount. We paid him quite a decent amount for a long period of time to do our clips for the channel, and we got a lot of value out of that because our followers started growing, people started engaging with the podcast a lot, and I actually started enjoying watching his clips. So whilst I'm watching these clips and enjoying them, I used to just like watch them and think, bro, how have you made this clip? How have you, because you're taking pieces out of the podcast and you're making clips that are like 10, 20 seconds, 30 seconds long, 40 seconds long. That's its own little tiny movie in itself. Like, you're turning the clip into its own thing. Like, it's not even the podcast no more. The clips on the Instagram is like, you've turned it into something else. And I used to enjoy watching the clips, which, you know, some ways it can take away from the actual podcast because people start enjoying the Instagram more than the YouTube. So that's something that you got to figure out as well anyway. But yeah. So he was doing that for a bit, but every time he would upload a clip and it went viral or I really enjoyed it, I'd ask him a question like, bro, why did you put this music with that clip? You know what I mean? Like, I'd always ask questions. He wouldn't give me direct answers because it was like, we're paying him, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to give us the cheat code, but he'd give me a bit of a thing to say, like, you know, he likes watching movies. So because he likes watching movies, he understands how to create certain, you know what I mean? And then he also understands how to viral sounds. So viral sounds is a thing on TikTok. Like, you can hear the same instrumentals or the same songs used over and over again. So, and you know how algorithms work. Like, people get used to hearing a certain sound and they gravitate to listening to clips with the same sound. So he was using viral sounds and certain and then triggering emotions out of certain clips, which was making the clips just like that bit better than probably anyone else who's not really trying to look at their clips like that. Some people just look at their clips just like, oh, they just said that at that time to that time, so just clip it up and put it up. Nah, these had a bit more to it. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't realize it like that, but that's how it was seen. You get what I'm saying? But every time I'm asking them more questions, I'm figuring out more and more how to make clips myself. So I start making clips myself. And so does Lex as well, because he does a lot of the sports ones. And me and Lex are talking about clips and how they make you feel and what they look like and how his do. Till it gets to a stage where we started simulating them. Now we're making clips the same as Multiverse. You get me? If not better now. Because we haven't spoken to Multiverse for a long time now. It's me that does all the clips, except for the sports one. Lex does the sports one. But yeah, it got to the stage where now I do all the clips, but now there's different intentions to what a clip can do, what it's for, the purpose of it, and how far you can go with it. And yeah, the purpose of a clip now is it can either have a few purposes. It can be for growth. Yeah, it can be for financial gain, because on TikTok you can make money off these clips if you know what you're doing. Yeah, and you understand what's happening on your podcast and, you know, the viral elements to it. Or it can be for engagement, comments, this and that. So when I make a clip now, I know whether I'm making it for trying to get more followers in, or maybe trying to get people to engage with loads of comments and all that, or if I'm trying to make money. There's multiple ways of doing that through the clips. There's multiple ways, like, and our podcast offers us multiple ways. So we do a lot of music podcasts, freestyles and things like that. I'm trying to figure out ways of building building up on that. That a lot of, like, there's a lot of tricks missed, especially in Birmingham with that. A lot of people don't understand that you can actually make money from TikTok with your music and develop it even more. There's things that I don't know as well that realistically I should develop, that others will say, yo bro, why aren't you doing this? Maybe we should do a thing where we go onto Spotify with the freestyles. Free game here. You know what I'm saying? Something that I haven't figured out. I'm gonna learn though. That's probably like the point of this video, is that you gotta learn things, bro. And the more you learn, the more you start opening yourself up to the world and seeing that, yo, there's so much potential. There's no point you moaning. You're better off just solving problems. You get it? You're better off just solving the problems. But where did I go with the story now? Because I don't even know what this video is about. But it's my first one, so I'm just gonna show a bit of character, show you who I am, and then from there you can take it where you want. In the background you can see back gate and all them things. It is what it is. Well, yeah. So we got to a stage now where, yeah, I just do all the clips. I do all the edits on the podcast as well. And I'm just all about trying to figure things out. I'm all about trying to solve problems. We've got the vodka. I'm figuring out how to get the vodka, the brand about the place as much as possible. Get sales and also get it into the shops, pubs, nightclubs. Do you get what I'm trying to say? With alcohol, there's a lot to compete with, because you've got like big brands out there already, like, you know, AU, you got Ciroc, you know, but we actually believe that we can place ourselves amongst them. We definitely believe we can do that. So you get it, but it's not just belief that's gonna take you where you need to go. You gotta have execution, you know? So ultimately, the podcast is the biggest marketing tool that we got. So making sure that the brand awareness is there is a first. And the more that the podcast grows, the more awareness you're going to have for the brand of the Sinners Vodka. And there's so much we can do with that because it's our platform. Do you get it? But above that, we've got a few strategies that I'm trying to explore as well that can take things into the real world with the brand. And that is just like collaborating with different businesses like pubs, clubs, shops, to give them back content in exchange for them buying the vodka. So that's something that we're working on now. And one of our partners that we've just partnered up with is the Little Beach, the pub in Blackheath, which is local to us. So we will be holding a lot of Sinners powered events down there. Yeah, when I say Sinners powered, the Sinners Vodka will be sold there. So it's in our best interest to ensure that people have good nights and also want to drink our product, which is that, by the way, it's not like it's a dead product. It is fire. Yeah, ask anyone. If you haven't had it already, ask anyone. It's raw fire, bro. It's not a joke, it's fire. So, yeah. But anyways, I keep just... See my brain, bro? It just overticks. But anyways, we're going to have a lot of events down there. But if I get back onto the clip string and the podcast string, yeah. The point that I'm trying to make from this video is that regardless of what I got going on at the gym, regardless of what other things I got going on, I'm not scared to learn how to do something and get stuck in. And I just hear people making loads of excuses about things. And the point I'm trying to make is, bro, learn something or invest in yourself. You get it? Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I got people that don't want to spend money on CapCut Premium because they just don't see it as value, but you want to spend money on silly things like weed or something like that. Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, you know how much value you can get from ChatGPT, from CapCut, and a lot of these other apps. Like, if you see it's worth it, or if you see you can create something from it, don't be afraid to buy it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna lose out from spending £20 or something, like £20. Like, how are you gonna lose? Just make it worth it by putting in the time and effort. You know what? I've done 20 minutes of talking. I don't want to give you out too many gems because you might think, yo, this geezer's chatting shit, because I might say the same thing in the next episode. Basically, yeah, no one's in the house right now, so otherwise one little dog will be running around here trying to get my attention. The missus will be, you know, getting onto me. And, you know, whatever. So, because they've just started that quickly, I thought, you know what, let me just try this chatting rubbish to the camera thing quickly. I'm just going to upload this raw, bro. That's what I'm going to do. upload it raw, and I'm just not even gonna look for it. I'm not even gonna promote it like that because I'm raw shook. I'm shook. I'll be honest. I've been shook to do this. I don't know why, but I have. But guess what? I've done it now. I'm gonna upload it, and I'm just gonna slap it out. If you like take any value from it, yeah, follow me back on my personal Instagram page. Follow the Sinners Podcast as well. Follow Found Your Gym, Chelmsley Wood. Follow all them pages, and then just if you want to give me direction, just hit me up and say, yo, bro, I like that video you did, but rare. I'll take all criticism. You get what I'm saying? But you don't need to criticize. You could just say, you know what, respect, bro. Keep it going because I'm locked in. You get what I mean? But anyways, that's me for now. I'm gonna continue doing this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. Bow. And one more thing that I forgot to mention. Wait there, I need to bring the chair back for this. I'm on the madman thing. I forgot to mention because it is about promo as well. One more thing that I forgot to mention is that from everything that I've learned and a lot of the videos that I've started to create and edit, I thought to myself, I need to utilize all of this, yeah, and do more for myself. So, as well as doing this YouTube channel, yeah, I've started one for my daughter, started one for my son, and I've started one for the Found Your Gym, Chelmsley Wood, and there's some sick content that's gonna be coming on all of them. Yeah, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the Found Your Gym, Chelmsley Wood channel. Rich is gonna start doing his little boxing journey on there with Paul Taylor, and there's gonna be loads of competitions going on. I've got loads to edit. I put myself under mad pressure. Trust me, I know, but I'm gonna get it done. I need to get to a stage where all of them are self-sufficient, then I can pay people to edit us. But I've got a plan, trust me. My daughter's channel, yo, that can pop off and it can, and my son, he's a gamer, he loves gaming, and that's the way that I can spend more time with them as well. I'm trying to, because this world, you can end up being very busy and forget that you got people to deal with as well. And if I get them involved, it means that we can do a lot more, yeah? Hopefully I can get the missus to do a channel as well, because she's on her massage journey, doing her, you know what I'm saying, and things are starting to pop off. She's getting a lot of clients coming in. And I'm the content guy. I'm just trying to figure out life, bro. I had to add that in there for promotional purposes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have added it in. But I'm doing that, yeah. But yeah, I'm gassed about the Found Your Gym, Chelmsley Wood page. I'm gassed. That is going to be so sick. Got a journey with Mason, who's a regular member to the gym, he's took on a fight. He's got his disability. He does boxing. He's got a boxing fight. They're in a wheelchair doing their thing, so I'm gonna be documenting that journey, and I'm gonna try to make it look sick. How I've got it planned in my head and how I've filmed the content, don't know if it's gonna turn out how it should, but eventually it will, because I've got the plan. Yeah, but yeah, that's me.